Hello everyone, welcome back to Vampyr. Jonathan is as happy as ever, although in the world that we're currently in, that's no surprise. We are going to actually do some main mission today because I feel like I've just been wandering. We got the bombshell that Barrett Lewis actually slept with, where am I going? Slept with his best mate's wife. So he sounds charming. I need to remember that I can do that with barrels. Also that there are guards everywhere. And how do I get out of here? There we go. No, this is a door. Okay. Anyway. Okay. How the heck did I get out of here? Completely lost. Aha. Winning. Okay. Richard Nethercott and Clayton Darby. Right, we know that we got to do that, but is there any other, like, side missions we can do in this area? Who's this? We don't know yet. Okay. I don't think giving it to Joe is the best idea, considering.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money.
And I don't, because I gave you all of it last time. I think we're due to go this way. There we go. Oh, no, it's Barrett. Who do we do it? Okay. Feedback time. Which one would you give it to?
Good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
My thought process, if I give it to him, he is not going to live long. If I give it to him, he's got away with it. So I'm not really a fan of either option, if I'm being honest.
Never have taken up my father's business.
Your father's?
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you?
Let's have a nice look at him in the background as well whilst we do this. You had an affair.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
What? Why? Yes, that's a question I want to ask.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Goodbye for now.
Okay. So it is up in the air. Okay, I'm not giving him the box, but I do want to see if I can say anything to him.
You again?
Honestly, looks like someone I work with. I don't know if I've said that previously, but it really does. No.
Goodbye.
Did he say he knew about it? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
Did you ever try?
never. But
He knew everything without knowing it.
I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is
Small
it?
bag
I want
of
to be
junk.
rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Oh, that's better. Thank you. But also, not a fan of you, mate.
Goodbye for now.
Right. I'll be interested to see the results of that poll. Oh, hello.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
Father Tobias Whittaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What?
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition.
Can I get that if I say something here?
What do you...
The beast.
I'm not listening, sorry.
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Excuse me?
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
I notice you stayed here, though.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Oh. Why?
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Why is it always politics in gaming?
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fibre.
I have heard enough for
Okay, I actually want to ask if he's
Good
feeling
evening,
okay.
Mr.
It's fine.
Don't you fear?
I've been touched by God's grace.
Because you haven't left
I
your
have heard enough.
power. Oh, hello. Who are you?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town?
Not at all.
Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Oh, this is going to be a big one.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Okay.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Oh, you got fatigue,
Do
eh?
you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have
Don't know
caught
if I've
during
got
my
any.
investigation.
I have, good.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I healed 10 citizens. Lovely.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Farewell is 2 words. So, Poet is behind the church, huh? And why won't he let anyone near his house? Is that just frequently complicated with pneumonia? Okay, that was exciting. There's nothing here. This. Oh. Small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup. Wow. Camellia. The mute florist.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Gonna go well.
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
What makes you think that, though?
You don't seem to need my medical attention for now. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
Have they cut out your
Very
tongue?
well. Goodbye then.
Old boy style. Locked? How the heck do I get there? My dearest, most beloved children, I'm so sorry you've not heard from me. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war. There's also a war going on here in England. A war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I'm writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am as ever your loving father, Darius.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
I thought he said end her. I was like, what? Dude, where's this guy?
You are blinded by your false faith.
Aha. Okay, cute. A dazzled one. They are lovely. And you have friends. Fantastic. Wrong one. Yeah, I couldn't. I wanted to save my stamina. Ooh. Come off it. These ones are clever. Dude, I need your blood. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh no, that's not. Just taking blood off the other one. Right. One at a time. Really? Anyway. Really need to upgrade my weapon again. There's more? Where? Richard Nethercott, I presume.
Oh, Camellia, the silent flower of Whitechapel, an angel made flesh, I tell you.
Really? Okay, so he's got a thing for Camellia.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest, although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town. My words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
See the beat of the city, but you're happy that there's no beat. What?
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
What has he got?
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Okay.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reid.
Didn't I say that?
But this is where I must be.
Weird.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Well then.
I'll leave you alone. Darius
Okay.
is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Oh, Camellia.
I think now's a great stopping point, to be fair. We're gonna head over to Darius in the next episode. So, I hope to see everyone there. I hope you enjoyed the episode. So many characters in this game. Until then, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.